to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video. In this video, I will be explaining the updated versions of the teams in the Void Awakening event. And I did a few changes and some tweaks, and it helped me to get more points and higher scores. Of course, people that have been paying more on their accounts and investing are doing better, as you see, 800 million to 500 million. And for me, I'm trying to hit the 450 million, trying as much as I could. And so far I got 515, so I need that extra 35 million and everything will be okay. Maybe tomorrow we can do it. And there's some tweaks that I changed with the teams. So I'm gonna show you my teams, exactly what I'm running and the logic behind it. So I removed Guile because he's probably the most useless unit for me, or in this mode. He can be used if you keep him surviving, put Abel on him, or fashion Sakura, heal him, shield him, protect him with everything you have. But this is the way that it's working for me. So as you see, I have an A+ rank Rose, and she's doing well. She's surviving, buffing my team, giving them that turret. Of course, you need some retries to get at least 2 of the turrets that you need, which is crit and the damage, or filling the combo meter. I start with F.Blanka, S.Yang, F.Blanka, then Viper, and by the end of the fight I use Viper, F.Blanka, S.Yang, Viper, and my team dies. And why do I do that in the end of the battle? Because all of them gains the shields of Viper, and they ramp up their damage with the wildfire and the turrets that they have. Of course, Dalsim is on my F.Blanka because most of the time he's doing the damage. Fei Long is on Viper to buff her, and she stays alive until the last combo that I do. Now I'm using the Crimson Lotus Frame for more damage. I'm using the Crazy Potato for the heals and sustainability, and Quacking Flames to keep my units surviving, at least to finish my entire combo. My second team, I didn't change anything. I changed it one thing. I removed E.Ryu and put him on top of Bison. Now Bison is doing much damage with a 50% buff from E.Ryu. And my Poison, I got her gears build. As you see, she's not fully built. She's at +20. Her cars are 2. I need one more car. I may put her car. I have one car. I may put one car, but it doesn't benefit me so much. Of course, now I have this, but I change it to broken formation when I'm in the fight. And as you see, all of her gears are now equipped as +1 and at least 3 stars or 2 stars at most. So I go with Bison, Honda, Zangief, then Poison, and the damage ramp up, and it gave me a good chunk of damage. And here, what I did is this, and the logic behind it. So I was using Gormagala Ken here instead of my E.Ryu. And Gormagala Ken doesn't inflict that much of damage. Actually, E.Ryu does the same amount of damage that Gormagala does, even with his curse. So the curse of Gormagala Ken is hurting my team more than it's hurting the opponent team. And this is why I decided to remove him. And I got the proc of the 25% buff for damage on my team. Not all of the time, because you have it for 25 seconds and that's it, or less than 25 seconds. I forgot how much, maybe 12 seconds. But the buff of 25% damage from E.Ryu, it's from the start of the battle till the end. Of course, I'm still using Gen, I'm still using Abel on top of Chun-Li. I tried Abel to be in the main lineup, but the team consistency just dropped and the team damage just dropped because E.Ryu was the main reason for my team to deal damage. So I started with Cammy, Elena, Chun-Li, Cammy, and this is how the fight ends. Of course, I'm using the drones as a start, and whenever I want to hit, I start with the Breath of Rage and the Whirlwind, because I gain that crit up and the damage up and the attack up, and it amp it. As you see here, increases the damage by 60%, increases the damage by 65% when you do it for 10 seconds, which is perfect. And I will show you how the fights went and the recording really quick. I will just be short. So as you see here, the damage massively increased on my F.Blanka and Viper because of Rose, and there's no Guile this time. And I will show you how the fight went. I will do it at ×4 until I start. So I wait for the bar to go to 2. Here we go. I'll do it at X2. So it goes to 2. I start with Fashion Blanka. Of course, I used the EX before. Summer Yang, Fashion Blanka, then Viper. Then I start with Fashion Blanka, and I hold as much as possible. Use my Summer Yang, then Fashion Blanka, hold a little bit, then I use Viper. Then back to back, I go with Fashion Blanka. I use Summer Yang, hold a little bit, use Fashion Blanka, Viper. We gain those shields. Of course, I use every EX move. Then I go Viper, Fashion Blanka, Summer Yang, Fashion Blanka, Viper, and that's all she wrote. My second rotation, and this is how much damage improved by Bison. It's not just only because I took the nodes, because I upgraded 1 node or 2 nodes. No, it's also because of the Mad Ryu that I put on top of him, because with the same nodes, I tried the last rotation. Yeah, he does 21 to 25 million. Same as Poison, she does 21 to 25 million. So it's not a major change in his damage or her damage. The change is with Bison damage, because he becomes lower than 50% most of the time. And as we know here, I'm gonna speed it up. I start with all my my first EX and second EX. Then I start with Bison and continue with Honda. And as you see, I used the C3 of Bison for the first time, but I never use it again. I start with Bison, Honda, Zangief, then Poison, and until the end of the battle. This is how it goes. As you see, I use the heals whenever I feel my team needs it, and whenever I feel like Honda is gonna die. And when Honda dies, I just continue my rotation normally. So how did my rotation go? I wait. As you see, 2 units left. So I can use a Super, C1 and C2. So I use the Super of Geef, the C1 of Bison, then the Super, the C2 of Geef again. And that's what adds more my damage. If you look, my damage is almost 1.5 or 15 million, which is amazing actually for this team. 150 million, which is perfect. Yeah. 10 million from Geef with that rotation in the end was perfect. My last team with Cammy, as you see, Cammy damage dropped a little bit, Chun-Li rose a little bit, and the other did well. I can do better with this team. It wasn't my best run with this team specifically, but it was the best run with my other teams. And I'll show you the replay. Same replay, nothing has changed. When I release the drones, I start with Cammy. When I release the Tanuki, I start with Cammy. When I release the Raging Breath, I start with Cammy. And this is how the fight goes. But there is a big but here. So as you see, this is my rotation. And now I'll use the Tanuki. I start with Cammy. Perfect, everything is good. Now I start immediately with Chun-Li. And why? Because I want the heals. As you see, her health drops massively. I heal her. She goes C2. Cammy goes C3. And then I use Chun-Li again and heal her, but sadly she died here. So I couldn't do my rotation completely. And as you see, I'm rushing the heals because I don't want them to die. And I just clutched the end of the fight with 100 million, which is not bad. I can do better, and I will do better with specific runs because I want to hit that 450 million in total. And that's how my teams did. 415. I didn't try that much. It was like my 5th try. The achievements is all what you need to do. Here is the achievements. 450, as you see, it's not a big rewarding system, but it's a good reward. If you collect them all, you'll see that you had a lot of rewards. And that was it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, I thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat.